Recently, I uploaded the Earthquake AoE2 game, which was ridiculous. If you didn't see it, you might as well look at it because it's very short, like 6 or 7 minute video. Basically, to sum it up, one player didn't do their research, and they thought maybe Earthquake was just a cool map for the name. A cool name for the map. And in the game, the buildings in a certain area all started to be destroyed, and things looked very bad there for poor Andre. 2 games later, this game happened, and this map is called Vulcan, is based on volcanoes, and imagine what we're going to see on this map. It's going to be volcanoes. Now, Capture Age doesn't actually show the lava. The casting program was not made to show this, but what I am going to do is show you how this will look from the player's perspective. Okay, so this is how it would look from the player's perspective, right? There's this glowing red, flowy lava all throughout the map. I'm not going to be able to show that, unfortunately, throughout the remainder of this video, but as you can see, pretty ridiculous stuff. So, yeah, it's just another game with some crazy effects, and this game was actually game 3 in their little best of 3 series. Now, Andre, 500 elo higher, so you're expecting him to be better all around. He's the big favorite here, but he did lose a game because he didn't know what was happening. So, Andre playing as the Tatars clearly did a bit of homework because I think Tatar's a really good one starting on top of the hill. Wouldn't surprise me if he loaded in and looked at the map before he started to play it. This one is more obvious, right? Like if you load into the game and you see lava, that's clear. You're probably like, ooh, that hot. Let's avoid the fire. Got it. But you know, the Earthquake one, there was no like visible change to the terrains or anything. So that kind of got him, which is pretty funny. So yeah, he's playing as the Tatars, and then we have Pao over here playing as the Mayans. I think both civs are actually fantastic for this. Now, I wasn't sure how strong this lava was going to be, right? Because, like, I've seen a lot of different community game style maps over the years, and they can be tuned to be incredibly strong or incredibly weak, depending on the hope of the scripter, right? So I don't want to spoil too much. You'll have to stick with me to see, but it is certainly going to be an obstacle. Like, if you want to move around properly, any direction you go, you're probably going to be running into lava. Like, here is a pretty narrow spot, for example. Here's a pretty narrow spot. I believe to make it more complicated, you also cannot build on this rock terrain. And best of luck to any villagers trying to get here to the middle, but you can build on this type of rock terrain, like the cobblestone-looking terrain. So that gold could be really important later on. There's actually lots of gold on the map. There's actually not a lot of wood on the map. Well, there's 200k wood, but I mean, in comparison, it just really doesn't seem like there's many trees. Of course, getting there is going to be an issue. There are some buildings that are in ruins, so you could see some people, I don't know, maybe had a city beneath the volcano, and then the volcano erupted. Nice little style points here for the scripter. I like how the relic is like in the middle of the volcano here too. That's pretty cool. Almost should be multiple relics if you're going to walk down there. But yeah, in theory, you should be able to do it, right? You should be able to make it through. Pretty cool looking map. And as I say to you guys all the time, I'm trying to, find more ways to bring the game I love to you guys. And I always have my eye out on different events and different things that are happening to make sure the variety's good. Listen, I upload every single freaking day. If you're one of my viewers that watches all the time, you probably are not going to be surprised that I forgot to show you Andre's scout took damage. Andre says, this is so funny. Can't step on lava. Red says 11. Yeah, 11. And then there goes Andre's scout. And Andre's scout immediately dies because he steps into more lava. So that's bad for Andre. What I was going to say was if you're with me every day, leave a comment. If you're one of the ones who watches most of my videos, leave a comment. I'll see it. I've been paying attention to the comments more recently, too. I feel like, I don't know, it makes me more connected with the content. Some days I get too busy with the work and I try and, like, I don't want to get one guide where one negative comment kind of lives with me amongst the dozens of other positive ones. I'm changing my mindset there a little bit. So, yeah. But yeah, if you're with me every day as well, you're probably used to me missing something every now and then. Of course, I thought, oh, this is a good time to thank people for watching, and then I missed the scout going down. But we could pay attention to Red. Red is on stone right now, and Red has just left the base. And in this series, there's actually 1-1 in a best of 3, so Red did win the game because of the earth effects before, but now Red is going to have to weave through. Really awkward, and now Red loses the eagle. I mean, you guys probably understand. It's tough. If you die that fast, if the lava is that strong, you got other things to worry about. Red right now, seemingly just going fast castle. Oh, treadmill time. Check this out. Look, we've got a deer and a treadmill. Bet you weren't expecting to see this today. Look at that guy go. I mean, will he ever stop? What has caused the deer to do that? You know, over the last 6 months, there has been a bug which affects villagers as well, where basically it's very easy for your units to get stuck on things. So if you command your units to go somewhere, they will get stuck on the corners of buildings a lot. And I wonder if this deer was like trying to walk a certain direction and the antlers somehow got stuck on the edge of the map. Look at that. We also have the shadow on the edge of the map. That's interesting. If nothing goes close to that deer, I think that deer is going to be walking there the whole game. We'll see. But anyways, what's the plan here for Andre? Andre's dropping a barracks now. So it seems like Andre's plan is to make some military buildings. And barracks a little late, but he's trying to figure out if he could get the resources for this. Again, I think he probably looked at the map and said, lots of hills. Tatars seem pretty strong. Lots of sheep as well from him. It must be more sheep on this map than a normal map. Another big reason to pick the Tatars. There's a blacksmith for Andre. Hey, you could tell that when he squeaked in the barracks last minute, he tried to adapt and get a little bit more wood for this. And that's why he pushed the villagers to stragglers. Gonna make his range, gonna make his blacksmith. Maybe a little bit of TC idle time if he stops producing there, so he'll produce another. And so this is gonna be fast castle cav archers. Very good for the Tatars. Over here, it seems like Red's plan is to go fast castle plumed archers. And didn't have the perfect balance economically. I'm still not really sure on the sheep situation. I guess, like, maybe there were some extra sheep around that Andre got. That's pretty crazy that Andre has so many sheep. Tatar's sheep last longer, but I mean, that's an extreme amount of sheep. So Red clicks up. It just, you know, took Red a little bit more work to get there. But, you know, I like the approach. It's a pretty easy wall off for the Mayans. I think Plumed Archer is a really strong unit. You don't see it very frequently these days because you don't see maps where players are far apart from each other and you could justify not making Feudal Age Army a lot. That's a pretty cheap and mobile unit. And mobility is going to be needed here to get across the map. So it's probably the perfect play. Later on, we could even see Eagles as well there from the Mayans. But things looking a little bit better here for Andre. Going to be in Castle Age a little bit faster. As an extra villager working. Those types of things. And really, like, there's probably a lot of differences I could really discuss between an 1800 ELO player and a 2300 ELO player. But I do think when you get to the 1800, in general, it's just all the small things that add up, right? Micro, just not quite as good for an 1800. Maybe eco is a little less efficient. Could be decision-making, probably not as sharp, right? To get to 1800 ELO puts you in the top echelon of players. I think that's certainly in the top 1,000 in the world. I don't know. Maybe Hardy can look and see and let you know, like, how many people are above 1,800. And that doesn't, of course, cancel out if people have repeat accounts, and there's plenty. But yeah, it's not like Red's going to be lacking anything massive. Red probably playing the game a long time to get here, and Red's going to drop the castle. Love the castle spot, by the way. I love the castle spot, and I love the TC spot. Like, this is perfect. Because if you place the castle here, it kind of gives you coverage on the edge of your map. Oh, there's some extra sheep. Yeah, it seems like Red just missed out on finding some extras in the end. Second town center is on the wood line, and it also is on the gold. And furthermore, protects the gold, right? I think if you were to place the TC here, it would be worse because the gold could be ranged. Now, Andre is going to be moving out now. And here he goes. He's already taken damage on these cav archers. And let's see if he fails to pay attention to the lava again. Okay, so there, he was close. It seems like it's going to kill him almost right away. And back at home, he's dropping a town center. I mean, again, there's things to worry about. There's things to look at here. If you look away for a moment, you could end up losing your units. Here he goes. Still making his move. I think the fire here is what did the small amounts of damage to the cav archers. I mean, that's not a small amount of damage, but you get what I mean. And I'll try and keep an eye on these groups as he clicks them forward. Like right now, like he's going to be tempted to just click his units forward, but you can't do that without losing them. So like right here, he's got a micro around. You're fighting the elements more than you are actually other people, which I suppose in wars past is kind of accurate. I don't know how many people fought wars around volcanoes. But like, it's pretty accurate that climate at least has affected things in wars. And Red hasn't had to move out at all. So this has like really helped Red. When the cav archers initially showed up from Andre, the one was already pretty weak. And Red gets the first kill. Now, a very sad thing for us is that Capture Age doesn't actually track the deaths to the elements. And believe me when I say we're going to wish that it did. But so far, I guess it'd be like 2 units went down to the elements. Nice pickoffs there from Andre. Tatars are really fun with their cav archers. The free thumb ring upgrade is so nice. I think Red was just about to counterattack, but not really able to with the pressure from Andre being here. And Andre's killed 3 villagers. Nice little lead for Andre. And just finished the sheep underneath the TC, but when you build a new TC, you get more sheep. So he's, like, played this perfectly, honestly. But, like, he's playing like a player who's 2300 elo against an 1800, right? Getting every single small advantage. Judging most of these situations perfectly. Bodcanera wasn't quite in yet for Red, which is part of the reason why Red struggled so much. And Red's gonna should be able to take pretty decent fights once Bodkin's in. No ballistics or anything for Andre yet. Now Bodcanera's in for the plumes. And you can see Red's micro is pretty good here. Nice micro. Meanwhile, here comes Andre. So he runs onto the fire. Still trying to micro here. Still trying to add that economy at home. Just 20 seconds of TC idle time. Producing villagers this whole time. Here comes Andre. Andre, be careful. And he is being careful. He chooses to back away here. And drops TC number 3. So yeah, like things are super fluid here for the Romanian. Who's Andre, by the way. Don't actually know where Red is from. Red, I don't encounter, in ranked or, in tournaments at all. So nice to cast you, Red. You played pretty well so far. And maybe some nerves for Red here, because Red could actually win this series. Lots of pressure from Andre coming in all the time. You do not want to give the Tatar player the hill here. And you do not want this TC to get denied. And just like we're saying, the better players, they will not hesitate to pounce on you. And that's exactly what's happening here for Andre. Now, he can't actually get to the top of this hill because there's a mini volcano here. Now, I don't know what the big booms do either. But honestly, it's like in this moment, this game could be over, guys. This is some heavy damage. Andre is looking very comfortable here. And just different class of players. And that's just the reality of it. No disrespect meant to Red. But as I say that, curse of the commentator. Holy crap, the cav archers go down to the castle fire. And Red will be on 3 TCs. And Mayans could do some pretty crazy things if they're left alive in the game. There's also the elements, guys. Because think about it this way, right? It is only going to get more difficult to avoid the fire and the flames the greater your population is, right? The more, and then, like, the more you have going on in later stages of the game, if you're not careful. Red was dangerously close there. Yeah, sorry, it's a bit of a shame that we can't see the lava with Capture Age, but I'm not going to message the Capture Age team and say, hey, can you make it so lava's visible? I don't think this is super high priority for them or for me. I'm just wondering, will Andre make a mistake? He's so good, but Red needs a mistake right now from Andre. Able to go through here. Is on his way through the same path that he's gone along before. It doesn't have bloodlines yet, so the Cav Archers will get more HP once he gets that upgrade, which he may choose to do. Red's got plumes. Red actually weaved his way through the middle, but is going to have to send units home here in a second, which could be horrible, right? Like, imagine panicking and clicking them through the lava by mistake. I like Red, the decision from Red to counterattack, but that was close. That could have been a problem, whatever that was. And Andre, in a normal game, would be thinking, well, he must be counterattacking me here because I'm not seeing all the army I saw before. So here come the plumed archers. Red under pressure. Red down 20 villagers now. Guys, Andre has 47 seconds of TC idle time. This has been the perfect boot. Red's going to find some damage here. But Red also has to defend here. Ballistics and Bloodlines are going to be in here for Andre, but he gets pulled in towards the TC fire. Again, Red's TC spot's kind of saved in this game. And Red trying to micro, but no ballistics. Will make it complicated. Andre not exactly microing there, because he's microing here. But Andre definitely going to kill these plumes, right? Because he's got production from home. He should be able to get the job done. Red even trying to use a runner there with a plumed archer on the front. But still maintaining pretty decent engagements on this side as these units go away. Andre still with a really big lead. The lava's only killed a couple units. If I know you guys, I mean, you clicked the freaking video. You want units to die to the lava, right? You are currently a little unimpressed with the map. You don't think it's that fun if the players don't make mistakes. Well, no spoilers, but just stick around, all right? Just stick around. That laugh sounded so evil. It sounded like freaking Joker there or something. I promise. I'm not evil. I just like to watch other people suffer. I don't think that makes me evil. I hope not. Not like actually suffer, you know? But suffer in a fun way. Like, you know, gaming. Anyways, I should shut up. I'm making myself look worse. Red, the fact of the matter is, Red has stayed in this game. Red 15 villagers behind, so nice recovery there. Getting ballistics now, which was needed. Could build a second castle here soon. And Andre's on the way to the Imperial Age. Again, things are just flying for him. And so he is going to try and meet up his Cav Archers. He has not gone back to the left side. I guess, the people in this town really appreciated that scout. And they're sad to have seen him gone. They can't even face the thought of him being dead. They actually don't know he's dead. They think he could still be alive. But like the king doesn't allow the people to explore this area because he doesn't want his people to find out the truth about that scout. He was the chosen one. So full Castle Age upgrades here for Andre. Full armor, full attack. Husbandry's on the way. I guess it's not full yet. But Red, again, like great building positioning and great unit positioning. Sitting here on the hill. Has ballistics now. And this is going to be 2 Castle Plumed Archer production at least. Red's got a lot of plumes in queue. And guys, I really like Plumed Archers here. I think you might want to get a mix of Halb or Eagle Warrior with the plumes. Just like Andre might want to consider going for Hussars with the Cav Archers. But Plumed Archers, mobile, just like a Cav Archer. Cheap, unlike a Cav Archer. I think that's what makes them strong. It's just how cheap they are. Andre just patrolling in this safe little hill. Even more reason to camp the hill now, because you know it's a safe hill. And we have ourselves a game here, guys. We have ourselves a game. Remember, first game in this series, Andre lost his freaking town center to an earthquake, which we talked about. Second game I didn't bring to you guys. I I probably won't. I'm going to try and find another game on that map. It was not very close, basically, but the map was designed around the Ice Age. If you want to see the Ice Age map, that one's a little tougher on the eyes because there's snow. But let me know, okay? Just say, like, I'm down for the Ice Age map. If there's not many comments, then I'll just say, okay, whatever. We'll just put that back in the folder. Imp's on the way for Red, and again, it's like Andre has beaten Red to that next step. Red has to hold on, but you've got TCs everywhere. You've got plumes around. Andre wants to use the Imp advantage, and so here goes Andre with the Cav Archers. I mean, you're not going to get a better fight if you're Red. You're still on top of the hill. You have the TCs on either side. You pretty much have to take this engagement. Andre is microing his heart out here, and he's killed a lot of units, but Red still has enough to hold, and so Red's still kicking here. Must be frustrating for Andre, because it's like he can't reinforce as quickly as he would like because of the volcano. Big Cav Archer mass for him here. Great economy. Has collected 6,000 more resources. But if there's one thing I know about the Mayans, is if they have access to gold and they have about 100, 105 villagers, they can get up to crazy army counts, which is what I'm thinking of is about 100. That is really close, and that is wood. That should be burning down. This is unrealistic. Rigged. That trebuchet should catch a flame here. Andre literally playing with fire. Oh, it looks like all his trebs are over there. Andre's got to be careful right now, because he's not used to walking around over here yet. Oh, man. Here comes the CA. These Cav Archers are going to get chased back. Red just now getting Imp upgrades. And Red's going to get some nice kills here. Not bad. Couple of units run into the lava, which is not good. They die instantly. But could have been worse. Andre saves the trebs. It's kind of funny. This is a natural hill to put your trebs on, but there's lava there now. So Andre can't. And so he shifts his focus. So he's no longer thinking about attacking the right. He's thinking about attacking the left. Will make it over here with some villagers to drop a castle. And his 2 trebuchets already pressuring Red. So Red needs to engage against this. And right now, Red is only on plumes. Red doesn't have anything else. These are fully upgraded to Tar Cav Archers. The Silk Armor upgrade just came in. So they've got 7 Pierce Armor. So that's going to be 2 damage a hit from the plume. That's crazy talk. Like, that's really good. Now, plumes are still cheap. But they're just not doing a lot of damage after Silk Armor. They're only doing 1 damage right now, actually. Because Chemistry isn't in. But it will be 5+4 here once Chemistry completes. And then at least it's 2 damage. Andre misclicks, runs into the flames. Red needs more of that. Red's still trying to hold here. I love Red's fight. Red has put up an amazing fight in this game. And normally what you're going to see from players is they're going to try and shift focus, right? Andre's going to think, I've got you in this area. So now I'm going to raid you on the right side. So we'll see what he does with his new Cav Archers. I think he's in a position now where he could just win the game if he focuses all of his attention here. But he doesn't benefit from new Cav Archers right now. Does actually see the stone miners there from Red. I think Red realized those were exposed. Elite Plume's on the way now, so Elite Plume adds to the HP of the Plumed Archers. It doesn't actually give them more attack, but more tankiness is good. And Trebuchet defense from Red with the Plumes is the play here. Red at 112 villagers. Red still has access to every resource. There's no shortage there. Andre sending Cav Archers into the flames here. He makes a mistake. He loses 20 units. And if he had those units, he would definitely be able to push. He probably tried to go back to them with his control groups and was like, huh? Why is my control group? Oh, no. And he realized he just lost 20 units there. So Red gets bailed out by this map, which feels like it was designed to troll players and make things difficult. And Andre still has a massive lead, but he's going to have to avoid that area. Yeah, like I kept checking over here. Like, you know, that's an area he traveled through many times. But it was bound to happen once, right? Where players would be focused, click their units forward, and then it'd run through the flames. Actually, almost happened again here. Yeah, he took some damage there. This area is really annoying. I think he's going to lose villagers, yeah. Villagers are going to slowly go down there. And now red is trebs. Red is going to start to treb down this castle. Red has a ton of plumes and a ton of plumes in queue, and red is starting to get the switch into Eagle Warriors. El Dorado Eagles, 100 HP Eagles can be ridiculous. But also, Tatars have a nice cost-effective composition here. If you get to a ball of 40 Cav Archers, which you would have had if you didn't run into the lava, and then combine that with the Hussars of the Tatars, it's really good long-term. As long you basically design the game around not losing that ball of Cav Archers and just spamming those Hussars everywhere. And Hussars you can lose and be okay with it. Now here you could see these Cav Archers getting some damage in. Imagine what some Hussars could do. Elite Eagle on the way for red. Red has 42 plumed archers. Honestly, I would like to see red patrolling forward right now and looking to take some fights, but you got to be careful, of course. Red's castle over here never went up, but you could tell red's a little preoccupied with the tech switch of Eagle. I think if you have 40 on gold with Mayans, you can absolutely do it. We've got Timorrid Siegecraft coming in that gives the Trebs extra range for Tatars and unlocks Flaming Camels. It'd be kind of cool to see Flaming Camels on this map, but Flaming Camels, they do bonus damage against cavalry, which would not be helpful here. Red, 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 red. Oh my goodness, that could have been so much worse. And here come those plumes. Red will complete this castle. You can tell red's paranoid about that area, has some military over there. Red advances forward, worried about lava, and then has to worry about the enemy. And that is a crazy army right there. Now, the Hussars are kind of big. Which I think when you're trying to avoid lava, does nerf you a little bit. I think red's trying to lure blue over the lava right now. Do you see that? That's 100% what he was trying to do. Smart strategy. Army counts are ridiculous. El Dorado's now on the way for red. And so it'll be 100 HP for the Eagles. And that's gonna really add to the tankiness of these things. They have 8 pierce armor, so heavy cav archers are doing 3 damage a hit. Honestly, heavy cav archers with the meat shield's pretty good against regular eagles. Like, let's say Aztec eagles that don't have any armor or, like, HP bonuses. But Mayans, 100 HP is just a difference maker. Now, I don't think you need to fret about that engagement too much if you're Andre, as long as you're going to have more Hussars on the way. But he didn't want to take the fight without his cav archers. And he'll back up to this hill, and red's probably going to consider doing the same. Red's got a little hill to work with. But there is lava on the hill. The floor is lava here. And Tatar's doing that extra bonus damage on top of the hill is making red think twice and maybe even 3 times about each engagement. It'd also be the fact that red's an underdog. Red loses a little bit to the lava. The eagles are separated from the plumes. But he does tempt the Hussars over the lava again. The Siege Workshop Ruin is kind of helping red as red tries to escape. What's not going to help red is when he sends units to the front, he goes through a strip of lava there. Doesn't kill them instantly. Just not a map that I would want to play. This is like... It wouldn't necessarily bother me if there was like big puddles of lava, but it's the little strips that really get you, right? Like Andre just losing eco as he sends bills around. Oh man. And again, like this is a tourney, right? Pressure's on. I think there was a small prize pool for this event. Andre will consider himself a big favorite in this series anyways. And well, Plumed Archer's doing a pretty good job for red. Red's going to have to back away, though. What Mayans do not have is a unit that costs only food. that you can spam, and that's what's going to work well for Andre here. You could tell Andre noticed those trebs were firing, kills them, and even backs away with his own. It's looking good for him now. He actually only has 100 villagers. I think he probably would have wanted more, but he lost a ton of them as he was sending villagers to work. You just look around, and there's dead bodies everywhere in the lava. But that kind of helps him here because he can go up to 100 army himself, which is what the Mayans typically want to do. Now, gold's going to get tricky here eventually. There's still golds here for red. There's still gold here. There's still gold here. I mean, that's a lot of gold. So it's going to take some time for it to get, be an issue. Shout out to these sheep that are coming through here. What a dangerous life they're living. They're like, please, let me be a Tatar sheep, not a Mayan sheep. I guess both sheep last longer in their own unique way. I don't know why I'm talking about sheep, but can we appreciate the fact that they were, like, right in the middle of the battle there? Oh, there's a deer! Deer can survive lava? They're used to it. They grew up in this environment. They've adapted. Oh, man. Step Lancer? Oh, almost goes down. That's an interesting castle there from red. That secures more stone and more gold, right? It's a really good castle. I think red should try and get some eagles into blue's eco right now. The problem is Andre is just always waiting for him. And Andre's got this 6 treb stack ready to go. And oh, man, an amazing fight for Andre, who also mixed in the step lancers here. That's going to be even better against the eagles. Kind of an awkward area to move through. But there are the trebs. Red wants to kill those trebs. But it's not easy to take an engagement. This is the perfect ratios for Andre. The only thing he needs to be careful with is just not going too far onto the lava here. He's taking a great fight. His trebs are still moving through. The trebuchets are right next to the lava. On the right side, we got some eagles from red getting some raids in. So it's even more reason for Andre to continue to push. We need to get some army over here. Andre's going to go down to like 50, 60 villagers if that continues. Red's got the hill. That's good for red at least, but there's still a much bigger army here. And red has to back up to the castle fire and hope for more plumes and more eagles. I wouldn't hate the halb upgrade either. Andre down to 70 vills. And still does have, TCs to produce more and whatnot. Now Andre trying to get his raid on. Trying to kill red. Like, if red loses this castle, he loses the hill, and that army is just going to steamroll the economy. But when you have the hill here, you've always got a chance in red's position. And red's going to send all the eagle warriors here to help. This little raid, that'll get dealt with. Nice job there from Andre. And red's army count's not looking so hot here. Andre has 110 army. A lot of it's actually coming forward right now. And oh man, red could really use some lava right there. It's too bad the lava doesn't like spread. Huh. Andre runs through it there, but it must like have an on-off effect. It doesn't seem like it's constant. And red's going to get raided by that army. Andre did take out the castle there. Sorry, lots to look at right now. Andre's no longer being raided anymore. And red kind of falling apart. Now, red has continually been losing units over here because of this effect. I think, like, this was a group we might have missed. But what happens is, guys, you build all these buildings. And let's say initially red, might as well just show you while it's live. Red, like, probably set his rally point over here. And now he's setting his rally point this way. And he's realizing, he says, all my rain forces are dying to the lava. I think he's trying to say all my reinforcements are dying to the lava. And Andre laughs. Red calls the GG. Andre says, I found a straight path. And red just says, what a hard map to play. I mean, this looks like a nightmare to play. But it ended up being a pretty fun game. So I thought it was interesting. Anytime there's a new map that has some solid games, I want to bring it to you. If there was a tournament where only this map was played, I don't think many people would sign up. I like the concepts. If I actually think the map itself could produce some really good games. I would say, like, if let's say I were to consider this for one of my big events, I would just say you tone down the lava a little bit. I actually think the concept is fine. If you just like shave off some aspects of the lava here or there, where it's still there, maybe around where the relics are, maybe around where the gold is, but not other places, could be pretty decent. You could also tone down the lava effect. Or you could not, and just enjoy the map as is, which is what I hope you guys did while watching the video. 307 kills there for Andre, 238 units lost. Economically, he was super far ahead this game. And, unfortunately for us, we don't see the amount of deaths that these players had. I don't know why that is. It must be because it's a scenario and Capture H doesn't track it. But I would say maybe close to, if not over 100 units died to the lava here too. So lava was third place in terms of kills. Let's give the credit to the lava. So anyways, guys, as I said during the game, if you want to see the Ice Age map that was also in this tournament, let me know. Another unique idea. Lots of ice, but it's not as simple as you would maybe think from the name. Look for your comments. I also am going to occasionally say this at the end of videos. I don't want to be that guy that's like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like all the time, right? Like every YouTuber out there. But like 50% of people who watch my videos on a regular basis are not subscribed, according to YouTube. So in the event you aren't subscribed, it does kind of help to see that number go up and, stay in touch with you guys more and just like attract sponsors and all that stuff for events. The bigger number that is. So if you haven't, consider it. Either way, I'll see you next time. Thank you guys for watching.